Let's go right to the mailbag.
Okay.
Big Al.
Sure.
All right, we got Edward from Virginia. He's got a little follow-up question.
Okay.
He goes, hey, Joe and Al, this is a follow-up from my question on 348. What episode are we on right now?
We're going to be on 365 by the time this comes out.
A little delayed on answering this.
Yeah, apparently so.
Social Security question had to do with me collecting Social Security early so that my younger wife and younger son can collect family benefits up to the family max. A question I forgot to ask. Will my wife's Social Security benefit she receives for caring for our young son and me collecting Social Security be impact if she were to work full-time and earn over $20,000? I know Social Security has rules for me, earnings more than a set amount before Social Security payments are reduced temporarily, but does that same rule apply to my wife collecting family benefit for caring for our minor child? Thanks, as always, for your wisdom and insight. I will toast both with a little something, something. Lagunitas, right?
Yep. Yep. It's an IPA.
Yeah. I have some in my garage fridge.
That someone brought that you're never going to drink.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, people love that stuff. I mean, every time you have a couple people over, they bring this Lagunitas.
Yeah, it's popular here in Southern California. Apparently in Virginia, too.
Yeah. So he's collecting Social Security benefits, but then he also has a family benefit. So he has a younger wife and a young son
Sure.
that can collect as soon as he starts collecting his benefit.
Right.
So if he collects benefit, it turns on this whole smorgasbord of benefits for the family.
Possibility of other benefits if your kids and or your wife it qualifies. And there's two kinds of child benefits. There's the child benefit, which is when your child is I think under 18, I think is the age. And it goes further if they're disabled, so that's a whole other topic. But there's also a child in care benefit for the spouse. In other words, a spouse that's not working or working very little can take care of the child and receive child in care benefits, which are in addition to the child benefits that the child gets.
And then there's a family maximum,
right,
that you kind of add up all of the different benefits, and there's a certain max that the whole family can receive.
Correct.
So because Edward, I remember answering this question, is that he's a little bit older and his wife is a lot younger than him, and he has a very young child.
Right.
So he's in his 60s, and he's got like a 5-year-old.
Right. And I think the child in care benefit, I think they have to be 16 or younger, or maybe it's under 16, but something like that.
And it doesn't come up very often.
Not very often, yeah.
Right, and I think we're going to see it come up a lot more often.
I do too.
Because people kind of push off marriage, and they push off having kids, and then bada boom, bada bing, you're in your 60s, and
and you got a young child.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
But unfortunately, so what he's asking is that there's this this rule. So if you claim benefits early, so if you claim your if you claim benefits on your full retirement age, there really is no reduction of benefits. If you claim your benefit early, so from 62 to 66 in 6 months or whatever your full retirement date is that there's going to be a benefit reduction depending on how much money that you make.
Right.
And there's different thresholds depending on when your birthday is. So the year you turn your full retirement age, right, there's a certain dollar amount that you can make. I believe it's like $50,000.
$51,960.
Okay, $52,000. If you make more than that, every $3 that you earn, they take $1 back.
Right.
Prior to the age of your full retirement age, if you make more than, what is it?
Well, it's 20,000.
Okay.
And 19,560 to be exact.
19,560. So if you make more than 20,000 every $2 that you earn, they take $1 back.
Right.
It really, what happens is that if you make, I don't know, I forget what the crossover is, but if they make, let's say, $60,000, $70,000, the benefit basically goes to zero.
It goes away, right?
Right. But it doesn't, it's not like they're taking your money away. They just assume that you didn't claim it, and then you're going to receive a higher benefit the following year depending on what your income is.
See, that's a good point. I don't think people realize is if you exceed the earnings for the earnings test and you have some of your benefits taken away, you will get them back later when you actually can receive your full benefits.
Right, because if you take it at 62, let's say your full retirement age is 66, you take it at 62, you get a 25% reduced benefit.
Right.
So if your benefit is $1,000, you take it at 62, your benefit is $750. But all of a sudden, if you're making earnings and you make more than the earnings test, that wipes that out. They're going to be like, well, you shouldn't have claimed. You made too much money.
Right.
So they're going to take that money back. And then let's say the following year that you don't have any earned income, they're just going to assume that you claimed that at 63. So instead of a 25% reduced haircut, you're going to have a 23% reduced haircut. I mean, reduced benefit.
Call it 18 and a half.
Something like that, right?
Give or take.
Give or take. But the issue that happens is that when people do that, they get the benefit because the Social Security Administration has no clue how much money that you're making until you file your tax return.
Yeah, when the year's already over.
Right, so they're going to pay you.
Right.
And then next year you're not working and you're looking for that Social Security check. Guess what? It's not going to come.
Right.
So they're going to say, okay, even though you qualify for the benefit because you're not working and you are not subject to the earnings test, we gave you the money last year, so we're going to get trued up before any more dollars from Social Security is going to come to you.
Right.
So he's asking, does those same rule applies for my young spouse that is
Correct.
taking care of my child if she is making more than $20,000? And we believe that the answer is yes.
Yeah, the answer is yes. So the earnings test does apply. There's a lot of differences, though. So this is a spousal benefit. It's different from a normal spousal benefit. In other words, when you turn 62 and you're receiving a spousal benefit, if you elect to claim it, your other spouse is claiming benefits, and you're getting half of their full retirement age discounted for the fact that you're starting it early. Then you essentially are getting a lesser benefit yourself for life. But in this case, the spousal benefit for child and care doesn't impact your benefits at all whatsoever.
That was pretty hard to follow.
I know it was. I didn't even understand it. I was saying it. It's like,
Dude, it looked like you had like a mini stroke.
Who is?
You were kind of thinking about that. But let's see.
It's like,
was that first?
Yeah. You know when you go down a path and you go, I shouldn't really have done that. And it's too late.
It's way too late. And so the spousal benefit of
blah, 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 blah. I had to go way outside the box to get back to the box. Yes, I'm aware that didn't make any sense. So you translate it.
You took a U-turn, but that just made a 360. So the spousal benefit on Social Security.
Yeah, let's see you do it.
Okay. Well, first, you got to explain what the spousal benefit is.
I tried.
Oh, gosh. All right. So if you're married and you have a spouse, the spouse can claim 50% of your benefit as long as you're claiming your benefit.
As long as they're 62 or older.
Well, if they claim their spousal benefit, which is 50% of your benefit or theirs, if they claim it early at 62, they're going to receive a reduced benefit. It's not going to be 50% of the spouse. It's going to be something significantly less. It's about 33%.
So that's what I said. Roll the tape back.
Yes. However, the reduction of benefit for spousal benefit does not apply to the child and care spousal benefit.
Yes, that's true, which is also what I said.
Thank you.
Anyway, so maybe the two times we said it, someone might have a chance.
Yeah, of the 0.5% of the population that even this
that it applies
to. I mean, there's Edward in Virginia, and I think there's like Tommy in Wisconsin. Those are the only two that
The only two that we know of.
Yeah, in Donald T. in D.C.
Yeah, we do know about that one.
He's got a young kid.
Are you prepared for retirement? Schedule a free financial assessment with an experienced financial professional right online at purefinancial.com.